Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charles Ngugi, a customs trainer, teacher, and mentor. I play my trade at the Westlands Kesra Center, which also doubles up as a World Customs Organization regional training center. It is my pleasure to look back at the journey that the class of 2021 started, those taking diploma 2 years ago, and those taking certificates a year ago. You started your journey through in-person training, and then came the pandemic, which brought with it its own challenges as well as opportunities. One such opportunity was the virtual learning, which you received through the Kesra E-Academy. We, your trainers, take pride in being able to deliver training to you, a three-pronged approach. We're able to impart knowledge to you, knowledge on customs law at the international, regional, and even national level. We're able to impart skills.
Brothers, our sons, our grandfathers, and we cannot do life without you men, so we appreciate you. Welcome to today's graduation ceremony. My name is Wageni Wamba. I'll be taking you through our program. We are just waiting for our chief guest, so catch up with your neighbor next to you and just tell our graduates a hearty congratulations. I understand we're also on social media, so today our hashtag is Kesra Graduation Class of 2021. So please go over there, let everybody know that we are graduating, and as soon as our chief guest arrives, then we shall kickstart our ceremony, all right? Meanwhile, we shall be entertained by a few videos on our screens and our administration police band.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charles Ngugi, a customs trainer, teacher and mentor. I apply my trade at the Westlands Kesra Center, which also doubles up as a World Customs Organization regional training center. It is my pleasure to look back at the journey that the class of 2021 started, those taking diploma 2 years ago, and those taking certificates a year ago. You started your journey through in-person training, and then came the pandemic, which brought with it its own challenges as well as opportunities. One such opportunity was the virtual learning, which you received through the Kesra E-Academy. We, your trainers, take pride in being able to deliver training to you, a three-pronged approach. We're able to impart knowledge to you, knowledge on customs law at the international, regional, and even national level. We're able to impart skills on the customs clearance procedures, clearance of goods, clearance of passengers, and clearance of conveyances. And third on that list, we're able to impart or nurture or develop the right attitude to get it right the first time, and to get the job done. Today we celebrate you, ladies and gentlemen, on this great achievement, on this milestone, and it is our hope as you go out there that you'll be able to serve this nation in the world of customs and do it to the best of your ability. To the class of 2021, we say heko, hongera, bravo, kudos. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charles Ngugi, a customs trainer, teacher and mentor. I apply my trade at the Westlands Kesra Center, which also doubles up as a World Customs Organization regional training center. It is my pleasure to look back at the journey that the class of 2021 started, those taking diploma 2 years ago, and those taking certificates a year ago. You started your journey through in-person training, and then came the pandemic, which brought with it its own challenges as well as opportunities. One such opportunity was the virtual learning, which you received through the Kesra E-Academy. We, your trainers, take pride in being able to deliver training to you, a three-pronged approach. We're able to impart knowledge to you, knowledge on customs law at the international, regional, and even national level. We're able to impart skills on the customs clearance procedures, clearance of goods, clearance of passengers, and clearance of conveyances. And third on that list, we're able to impart or nurture or develop the right attitude to get it right the first time, and to get the job done. Today we celebrate you, ladies and gentlemen, on this great achievement, on this milestone, and it is our hope as you go out there that you'll be able to serve this nation in the world of customs and do it to the best of your ability. To the class of 2021, we say heko, hongera, bravo, kudos.
The Act says, the Act has a provision that if I'm aggrieved, I can pay in under protest, or I can have a bank guarantee, in place while the consignment is released and while the customs valuation department is still deliberating on the issue at hand. That way, our valued taxpayer does not have to suffer detention and damages. So that one was one of the highlights and breakpoints for me, you see, if nothing else. But apart from that, I understood, very well understood the HS codes, that's the harmonized system. I had no idea before I came into Kesra about the general interpretative rules. I apply them every day. Little did I know that I should have done this course 20 years ago. Yeah, that's when I started the issue at hand. That way, our valued taxpayer does not have to suffer detention and damages. So that one was one of the highlights and breakpoints for me, you see, if nothing else. But apart from that, I understood, very well understood the HS codes, that's the harmonized system. I had no idea before I came into Kesra about the general interpretative rules. I apply them every day. Little did I know that I should have done this course 20 years ago. Yeah, that's when I started my business. This first thing I should have done. Thank you for that to Kesra, honestly. God bless you all. God bless the teachers. It was an amazing journey. I wish there's a diploma for that as well. Practicing diploma. EAC, FFPD.
PC.
PC is practicing certificate, now practicing diploma. Kesra should look into it, honestly. That a refresher course, you know, laws keep changing. We are becoming a bigger trading block. So 1 month, 6 weeks refresher course would be an ideal thing for all the clearing agents. So there's less, you know, we just have to facilitate trade. And the way to facilitate trade is to be in the know. How can you be in the know? To learn, to study. The Act says, the Act has a provision that if I'm aggrieved, I can pay in under protest, or I can have a bank guarantee in place while the consignment is released and while the customs valuation department is still deliberating on the issue at hand. That way, our valued taxpayer does not have to suffer detention and damages. So that one was one of the highlights and breakpoints for me, you see, if nothing else. But apart from that, I understood, very well understood the HS codes, that's the harmonized system. I had no idea before I came into Kesra about the general interpretative rules. I apply them every day. Little did I know that I should have done this course 20 years ago. Yeah, that's when I started my business. This first thing I should have done. Thank you for that to Kesra, honestly. God bless you all. God bless the teachers. It was an amazing journey. I wish there's a diploma for that as well. Practicing diploma. EAC, FFPD. PC is practicing certificate, now practicing diploma. Kesra should look into it, honestly. That a refresher course, you know, laws keep changing. We are becoming a bigger trading block. So 1 month, 6 weeks refresher course would be an ideal thing for all the clearing agents. So there's less, you know, we just have to facilitate trade. And the way to facilitate trade is to be in the know. How can you be in the know? to learn, to study. The Act has a provision that if I'm aggrieved, I can pay in under protest, or I can have a bank guarantee in place while the consignment is released and while the customs valuation department is still deliberating on the issue at hand. That way, our valued taxpayer does not have to suffer detention and damages. So that one was one of the highlights and breakpoints for me, you see, if nothing else. But apart from that, I understood, very well understood the HS codes. That's the harmonized system. I had no idea before I came into Kesra about the general interpretative rules. I apply them every day. Little did I know that I should have done this course 20 years ago. Yeah, that's when I started my business. This first thing I should have done. Thank you for that to Kesra, honestly. God bless you all. God bless the teachers. It was an amazing journey. I wish there's a diploma for that as well. Practicing diploma. EAC, FFPD.
EC.
PC is practicing certificate, now practicing diploma. Kesra should look into it, honestly. That a refresher course, you know, laws keep changing. We are becoming a bigger trading block. So 1 month, 6 weeks refresher course would be an ideal thing for all the clearing agents. So there's less, we just have to facilitate trade. And the way to facilitate trade is to be in the know. How can you be in the know? To learn, to study.
I like reading books, journals. I also like watching football, watching rugby, athletics, yes.
I like listening to music and traveling.
I'm currently reading When Breath Becomes Air. I think it's a heavy read on me because it's every time I have a headache, I feel like I have to go and get checked because it's about a medical condition and you just get to appreciate life that you're living at the moment.
I love swimming on hot summers and also I love watching football. I'm a fan, yes.
I'm currently reading the Bridgerton series. It's a romantic comedy set in the medieval ages, the 1800s. I'm reading it because it's a break from law. So yeah, I just needed to take my mind off the legal field, so I just read romantic comedies.
My hobbies is to listening music and watching cricket, and also my strength of personality is ability to talk to other person without hesitation.
I chose Kesra because, first of all, it's a course that's offered by the tax administrator, so I thought it's a wise decision to learn the course from the source, because getting the information from people who administer tax on a day-to-day basis or monitor it would be much better than learning the course from someone maybe who's outside the field.
I chose Kesra because customs in its way is unique, and its uniqueness, it's only offered by mostly governments, and so the government here in Kenya, through the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, has been able to set this course so that we can study from the experts, because they are the experts in terms of customs.
Kesra is the best tax administration institution in Africa. Actually, it's one of the 4 WCO accredited institutions in Africa. And therefore, that is the reason why I chose it.
The fact that Kesra has offered more than one option of learning. We have physical classes and e-campus classes, for that ensures that we have enough spacing and prevents the spread of coronavirus.
What I like most about the program is the e-academy. because I registered for the course during COVID, and even when there was lockdown, I was able to study through the e-academy, the Big Blue Button program. And also I like the e-library. It has a lot of journals and articles and books on tax that you can use, because currently we're supposed to be doing a research project, and I'm able to research using the e-library.
What I like most about the program is that the team is lean. Most of the classes do not have as many students, so we're not crowded. So we get a one-on-one interaction with the trainers. So it's very easy for the trainer to pick up when someone is slow and make sure you're up to speed with the other students. So I really like the fact that our trainers interact with us on a day-to-day basis. On needs basis, they're always available.
Being a legal practitioner, I have been able to advance my knowledge in tax, and I believe I can confidently practice at the tax tribunal and be able to effectively represent clients in court in tax cases.
The fact that I'm in Kesra has given me the opportunity to learn about customs. For example, we are being taught about the scanners, and when I get to see about the news concerning how goods have been smuggled into the country and how KRA has gotten to develop in terms of technology and to be able to have scanners, then I'm able to appreciate that fact more because of the fact that I'm in Kesra.
I believe that Kesra has greatly changed the way I look at taxes. Especially, I would pinpoint VAT, for example. Most people are scared about taxes. When someone hears about tax, they run away. But then when you come to learn about it, you realize that it's a cost that is upon the business. So most people, for them are not compliant because they have no idea about what taxes are, and they think it's a cost, an added cost or an added burden. But then Kesra has made me understand that inner perspective about tax, and now I believe I would even be able to help other people improve their compliance on tax because I now understand what it entails.
My experience has been great to say. Kesra has allowed me to have a better understanding of how education is important, and specifically how much tax relates to our everyday lives.
Kesra School has met my expectations since they provided me with skills and knowledge so that I can able to teach people there in Turkana on matters relating to taxes.
Since starting to study this course, especially tax accounting and international tax, I've been able to understand the effect of profit shifting by multinational corporations and why the government is stringent, why the tax laws are very stringent to multinationals. So I'm able to understand that aspect of tax.
For anyone who wishes to advance in tax administration and custom administration, Kesra is the only accredited institution in Kenya offering such programs.
Anyone who is interested in tax administration should enroll at Kesra to advance his or her knowledge in tax administration.
I have recommended Kesra to several of my friends. I'm a lawyer by profession, and I believe law largely plays a part in tax administration, in dispute resolution.
Able to begin our ceremony. So thank you very much for your patience. For the gentlemen who are not there when we made an earlier announcement, today is International Men's Day. So a happy International Men's Day to you. We appreciate all the men here and there, wherever they are. We know they are working hard to make this country a better place. So thank you. You are our fathers, you are our brothers, you are our sons, you are our cousins, you are our grandfathers, and so happy International Men's Day to you. We are on social media. Our hashtag is Kesra Graduation Class of 2021. Please so get over there on your LinkedIn, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, and wish the class of 2021 a fantastic, fantastic graduation day ahead of them. As the chief guest comes down with the graduates and the faculty, we're going to request our Administration Police Band, led by Chief Inspector Edward Muredi, to belt out some tunes for us, and then we begin our ceremony in just a few minutes. Asanteni. welcome to the 18th graduation of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration. Our theme this year is building capacity to enhance revenue collection and trade facilitation, where over 600 students are going to be receiving various certificates and diplomas today. Our chief guest, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, karibu sana to KRA. We're very happy and delighted to be hosting you today. Allow me to now acknowledge the host of guests who are present for your kind appreciation. Dr. Matiang'i, in the presence today, we have our Commissioner General, Mr. Gedhi Mboro. There he is, karibu sana. We are also represented by our KRA board, represented by our chairman, Engineer Leonard Idao. Good morning, Engineer. Karibu sana. And all our KRA board, I think I saw them, Madam Rose Warohio, karibuni sana. Others, I am informed, are joining us virtually. We also want to acknowledge the presence of the Kesra board as well. Those are our commissioners, all our commissioners present. I think I saw you. Dr. Kinu, I see you. Madam Rispa, I see you. Dr. Saidimu, karibuni sana. Others, our chief guests, are joining us virtually. We also want to acknowledge in the presence is Mr. Larry Leza, who's our Director, Wild Customs Organization, Eastern and Southern Africa, Regional Center for Capacity Building. Mr. Larry Leza, we also want to acknowledge the presence of Madam Damaris Kavoy, the Finance Director, University of Nairobi. Madam Kavoy, karibu sana. We also want to acknowledge the presence of Madam Helen Mureithi, the Director, Corporate Services, TVETA CDACC. Madam Mureithi, I think, there you are, karibu sana. Also in our presence is Mr. Dismaso Gott, who is from the State Department for University Education and Research. There you are, welcome, sir. We also want to acknowledge Mr. Amos Gadesha, who is the Principal Secretary, National Treasury, Mr. Gadesha. Also want to acknowledge the presence of Professor Paul Wainaina, the Vice Chancellor of the Kenyatta University. Professor? There you are, Professor. Great to see you. Also want to make a special appreciation and an acknowledgement to Madame Professor Agnes Lando. Sister Lando, our chief guest, was my thesis reader. She was very tough, and I'm very happy to see her here. Welcome, Madam, from the Daystar University. Also want to acknowledge the presence of Madame Pamela Boro, the Program Specialist, U.S. Embassy. There you are, Madam. Great to see you. Also want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Keith Roberts, Export Control and Border Security Advisor at the U.S. Embassy. Welcome, sir. Also want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Japheth Ngeno, the Assistant Director, Accreditation, Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, TVETA. Mr. Ngeno, we want to appreciate you. Also joining us virtually is Mr. Olimo da Silva, who's the Program Manager for WCO, Mr. Elias Baluku, who's the Acting Executive Director, Federation of East Africa Freight Association, Madam Josephine Nyabeza, the Program Officer, Federation of East Africa Freight Association, and Dr. Nicholas Leting, the Secretary and CEO of CASNEB. Also, we have our Board of Directors who are also joining us virtually. I am informed Director Paul Isharia and Director Charles Omanga are also joining us virtually. We also just want to acknowledge the staff and the faculty of Kesra. If you are there, could you please wave your hands? We just want to say thank you and appreciate. And of course, how can we forget the graduating class of 2021? There you are. Please wave your hands. I know we can't see a smile through your masks, but we can see your eyes twitching. So twitch a little just to show your excitement. We're excited for you and our parents, our family members, our sponsors who are also joining us virtually. A little housekeeping rules for you. I am ably informed that this is a very secure environment, but just in case of any emergency, we've got 5 emergency exits. We've got 1 at the front, and then we've got 4 at the back. We've got our ER team and our ushers who are ready to usher you out. And our rooms of convenience for those who are visitors to this particular setting are outside to your this is my right, so it should be your left, and you will find your rooms of convenience there. Allow me to now welcome our administration band to just give us one hot tune as we transit into our speeches for the day. Our administration police band chief guest is led by Chief Inspector Edward Murray. Excellent. A warm round of applause for our AP band. Allow me, Chief Guest, to just quickly acknowledge the presence of our director, Madam Marianne Njao Kimani. Madam Marianne, I think I saw you there. You are great to have you. Thank you, Madam, for honoring us with your presence. Our Commissioner for Customs and Border Control, Madam Lilian Nyawanda. Great to have you. Our Commissioner for Strategy, Dr. Omar. I think I saw you. Great to have you. Our Deputy Commissioner for Supply Chain Management, Madam Grace Mauricio. Asante Sana. Our Deputy Commissioner in charge of Marketing, Madam Grace Wandera. There you are. Karibu Sana. And our Deputy Commissioner in charge of Human Resources, Madam Patience Njao. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, it now gives me great pleasure to now welcome our Commissioner and the head of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, Dr. Fred Mugambi, to make his welcome remarks and thereafter welcome our Commissioner General.
Honorable CS Fred Matiang'i, Director Idao, Leonard Idao, representing our chairman, my boss and our Commissioner General, Githi Goro, all members of the Board of Governance of the Kenya Revenue Authority, the Management Board of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration. We have a number of invited guests. We honor you, and we look forward to having you in many of our events. And so, Honorable CS, I will not take too much time. We are cognizant of the fact that you have a very tight schedule today. And so, all that I'm going to do is invite you to the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, and look forward to having you many, many more times. And so, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, allow me to invite the Commissioner General to come forward and give his remarks. Thank you.
Chief Guest, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Interior and National Coordination of the National Government, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, Vice Chancellors and Chancellors present here today, KRA Chairman, Board Chairman represented by Engineer Ithao, Directors and Chief Executives of various institutions present here today, our distinguished guests, KRA staff, fraternity, graduates present here today, good morning. I am delighted to welcome you all to the Kenya School of Revenue Administration's 18th graduation ceremony. This day is a testament of the hard work that all of you graduates have put in throughout your studies at Kesra. We are therefore happy to celebrate this important milestone in your academic as well as career journeys. This year's graduation theme is building capacity to enhance revenue collection and trade facilitation. I would like to applaud the Kesra management for implementing strategies to support teaching and learning as a key component of Kenya's transformation journey. From the foundations of a small unit in our human resource department less than 10 years ago, Kesra has grown to become a continental level school which hosts the Africa Academy of the OECD for tax and financial crimes investigations and the World Customs Organization Regional Training Center for East and South Africa. Just 5 years ago, Kesra was only running short courses for less than 400 KRA staff every year. Now the school runs an array of programs all the way from certificate to master's levels, both internally and through partnerships. This year, the school will train upward of, I was almost talking about money. And I was wondering how little this money is. You know, I'm used to very serious money, in the trillions, and I'm happy that our distinguished guests who contribute to these taxes are here today. So it is not Kenya shillings, it is upwards of 6,000 KRA staff and 1,400 professionals in the private and public sector. Last year, the school trained 5,273 KRA staff and 1,300 professionals supporting KRA's efforts in the areas of revenue mobilization, trade facilitation, and border security. Since last year, we have reported exceptional revenue performance, and this is attributed to various efforts made by the authority, including a deliberate and focused investment in capacity building for our officers. We will continue to support the school to build necessary physical as well as human capacity so that it can train more and better. Last year, we revamped the E-Academy, and as a result, we are now able to reach out to reach all our staff across the country with training interventions. We will continue reviewing the curriculum and to better meet the needs of our staff and the market. Before I focus more on the emerging areas that the country is grappling with, such as taxation of the digital economy and data analytics, emerging economic blocks, and their effect on tax and trade taxation of small enterprises. Tax-based expansion, leadership, ethics, and integrity, among others. To the graduates, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. I sat where you were sitting many years ago, and I must have felt the way you are feeling. I'm not sure. So as you head on to pursue other interests, remember that this is not the end of your academic journey. You must consistently quench the thirst of knowledge, as this is ultimately the defining characteristic of triumph. On behalf of KRI's senior leadership and Kesra Governance Board, I wish to encourage you once again. I wish to congratulate you once again and wish you the very best in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much. Good, I thank you very much. I would now like, by the way, before we make any tax demand, we consult. Just the way you have seen us consulting here. And before we close any major account, we also consult. Just the way we are consulting here, so that things can go on well. So let me now invite Engineer Ithao, who is representing our chairman, to just come and greet you and make a few remarks. And then thereafter I shall invite the chief guest.
Thank you very much, Commissioner General. My name is Engineer Leonard Ithao, a member of the board of the Kenya Revenue Authority, and I stand here on behalf of our chairman, Ambassador Dr. Francis Mudhaura, who could not be with us today, but he sends his warm regards and congratulations to the graduates. And so I will read his speech to you this morning. Our chief guest, the CS Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, Honorable Dr. Fred Matiang'i, distinguished guests, KRA board members present, management and staff of KRA, parents and guardians, esteemed graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a very important day as we celebrate the 18th graduation ceremony of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, Kesra. This institution has made great strides since its inception, and especially so in the last 5 years, by repositioning and reinventing itself to be a regional learning center of excellence in all tax and customs matters. As a regional training center for the World Customs Organization, Kesra has also implemented several training programs, both for the country and for the region. This institution continues to strengthen its strategic partnerships, both locally and internationally, in order to advance its capacity building initiatives. I note with satisfaction the impressive capacity and partnerships that the school continues to build. For instance, and utilizing this capacity, the school recently successfully hosted the 6th African Tax Research Network Congress which brought together participants from over 70 countries. Further, our local and international partnerships continue to bear immense fruits. For instance, through our partnership between Kesra and the Kenya Defense Forces, over 120 senior KRA staff have attended senior leadership programs at the KDF. In addition, Kesra and KDF are running a three-week program for the assistant managers. These partnerships are very important and should be encouraged. I would like to thank the Commissioner General and the KRA management for the great strides that the school has achieved. The board shall continue to support the school to achieve even greater heights. Our goal is to build the right depth of capacity needed by Kesra to position the school at the apex of tax and customs training in the African continent. I am aware that the school has upgraded its training significantly and now is able to train a big number of KRA staff every year. We are hopeful that by the end of the current corporate plan, the school will be training all KRA staff every year. To the graduates who are physically present here and those virtually, the pursuit of knowledge is infinite. We must constantly reinvent ourselves through continuous learning of new skills and adapt ourselves to the new situations. The ability and your ability to adjust, to evolve, and develop skills, and at the same time embrace change as we huddle through life's challenges will determine our success, both professionally and on a personal level. Graduates, you must strive to build your resilience, as this will help you process and overcome the many challenges that life may throw your way. Remember that with all these experiences, there are always life lessons to be learned. And with knowledge comes power, and with power comes responsibility. You are the future of this great nation, and we are relying on you, the youth, to enhance national economic development through innovative approaches. As you are aware, the economy is slowly recovering from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we therefore need radical strategies that will catapult the economy to greater heights. And all of this shall come from you. On behalf of the Kenya Revenue Authority Board, I wish you the best of luck as you begin the next phase of your lives. In the words of Mark Twain, and I quote, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than the ones that you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you, and best wishes. With these few remarks, I now wish to invite our chief guest, Honorable Dr. Fred Matiang'i, CS Ministry of Interior and Coordination of the National Government, to make his remarks. Thank you, sir.
the Chairman and members of the Board of the Kenya Revenue Authority, the Commissioner General, management and staff of KRA, my colleagues from the Academy, the Vice Chancellors who are here, senior government officials, my colleagues from the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, colleagues from the private sector, parents and guardians, esteemed graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Commissioner General, the last time I was here for a function, must say there's something unusual about KRA. I started my speech in the manner I'm going to start this one too. Because I came for a function, it was some taxi week or something. At the time I was Cabinet Secretary for ICT. I went to the office of the then Commissioner General, and he insisted with the senior staff that I wear a KRA shirt. I grudgingly agreed to wear a KRA shirt, but when I came here, I had to start, in the interest of full disclosure and social transparency, I had to start by saying, my wife, if you are watching me, please note that I did not change this shirt anywhere between our house and here. I actually changed my shirt in the office of the Commissioner General. I do not have a house or a place I can change a shirt between our house and town. When you invited me to this function, you didn't tell me I would require to wear a full gown. So again today, when I arrived here, you told me it's a graduation ceremony, so we are going to be in full graduation dress. So again, I am forced to say this. My wife, if you are watching this, I didn't wear this gown anywhere between our house and town. I wore it in the office of the Commissioner General, Mr. Mburu, and you need any more evidence, please write to him. I do not have a house between town and here where I would change and wear a gown. And if you had warned me, I would have actually carried my own gown so that you know for sure when I left home that I was going to go to a function of this kind. Anyway, that's that. Good friends, thank you so much, Commissioner General, for inviting me, and thank you, members of the board, for the wonderful work that you do. Long time ago, as we were growing up, well, long time ago as such, but for a long time, people thought that the business of KRA and collection of taxes and so on is very routine and pedantic business that doesn't require a lot of research and capacity development and so on. The world has changed, and I want to start by saying this. Commissioner General, members of the board, and KRA, I am one of the Kenyans who are extremely proud of KRA because of the work you do. This is a serious organization. And you know, I am not famous for playing games. Serious people who do serious work like yourselves deserve to be seriously appreciated. I am grateful, and as a member of government, I should be, that in the last 1 year or so, we have noticed tremendous growth and improvement in the work of the Kenya Revenue Authority. You have surpassed targets in certain cases. This is testament to good leadership, good management, focus, and effective management of the work that you do. And sincerely, we should be grateful. So I thank you so much for the work that you do for our great country and for the contribution you make to the work that we do. But while I do that again, Mr. Chairman and members of the board, I have to thank you because we collaborate across the board. One reason why I'm here today is because the Kenya Revenue Authority is one of our great collaborators in the ministry that I head, the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government. Our border points and our multi-agents teams that we work with across the borders benefit a lot from the strength, the resourcefulness, and the capacity of the Kenya Revenue Authority. And we have noticed that because of the good work that you do, we have become stronger in manning some of our entry points. We have become stronger in tracking down some of the criminals that we look for around across our borders. So thank you so much again for the work that you do. And actually, now I know the secret. The secret is this continuous training and investment in capacity building, such as you do at Kesra. No doubt, of course, that KRA occupies a very important space insofar as funding of government projects and government activities is concerned. So if KRA is not effective in what you do, nothing else in government will be effective, because we depend on the work you do to fuel the work that the rest of us do. And when you do it well, we benefit and we are grateful for what you do. I take cognizance of the strides that Kesra has made, as outlined by both the Commissioner General and the Chair of the Board, and more so in the contribution that Kesra is making to capacity building across government. I was gratified this morning to note, Commissioner General, I didn't know until I arrived here, that actually you don't train only your staff, you are also open to build capacity for others in government. And this is very helpful, because some of the challenges we face in government institutions are related to ignorance, real or feigned, and that's why sometimes we lose resources. So it's gratifying to note. In fact, if it was within my powers, I would now begin insisting that people who handle certain functions in government must go through Kesra, so that we sort ourselves out. Because look, let's not lie to ourselves. You know, capacity building is critical to the work that we do, and if we are going to move forward and deal with the complex environment in which we operate and hope to do better, we have to invest heavily in building the capacities of our people. And I'm also positively surprised that you have a strong collaboration with our KDF guys, because I've also insisted recently that the school that KDF runs up in Karen provides very useful and valuable training for our senior government officials. So imagine if we sustained a partnership between that school and Kesra and insisted that mid-level officials of government go through that training before they move to the next level. We will then have well-trained, well-tooled public servants who not only understand how resources are supposed to be managed, but they understand the tax systems and they can help wananchi as they serve them as they move forward, as it were. I am not actually very sure that I soon will not be persuading some of my colleagues in cabinet that we try to insist that at a certain level of government, officers must be trained through this process, because that is how we will have them. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I've said, revenue mobilization is critical. Without it, we cannot run government. Because everywhere you go in this country, people ask us questions about the government should do this, do that, and do the other. Government doesn't have its own money. Government draws from revenue resources. And an efficient Kenya Revenue Authority is a pillar to delivery of development by government. I am grateful that so many of our agencies are now taking seriously the work that you do and are willing to collaborate as we go forward. I want to turn to the graduates and let them know, because many of them predominantly I asked are young people. Everyone will tell you this is the beginning of the journey, not the end of it. You have just completed but a small phase of it. Much of it lies ahead of you. And please do not forget the principles and the value systems that have been inculcated through what Kesra has done. If the management and the leadership of KRA is anything to go by, especially in its recent, very impressive performance, then it means that as a country, we are on our way to developing an institution that will ground our young people in the public service in the right value systems and in the right attitude to public service. And it will ground our young people in the trajectory that we want to take this country. On my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues in government, I cannot thank you enough, Chairman and the board, my friend Mburu, the Commissioner General, for such a fantastic job and what you are doing here. And I hope that when I make a pitch, as I am going to my cabinet colleagues, that we now begin to demand that officers of government at a particular cadre come here, you will have the requisite capacity and you'll be ready to train them so that we can reduce the number of Shylocks in public service, reduce the number of voucher kiting experts in the public service, so that we can have a public service that is retooled and totally ready to provide support to our economy and to our wonderful country. Finally, my friends, it's things like this that build a country. I have had occasion to listen to some of our very respectable elders, like the chairman of the board, Francis Mudaura, people who have served this country with distinction and commitment. I've taken counsel and advice from some of these people. And the insistence from this group of people that our country is going to be built by ourselves, by patriotic, visionary, focused actions, such as KRA is engaged in, by setting a tradition of patriotism, competence, and effectiveness in delivering services. And so what we are doing here today is one of those things that gives you a lot of hope and encouragement. And as a Kenyan, and you feel nice to be in our country. We are doing a lot of good stuff. And KRA, you're making all of us proud. And so, besides saying congratulations to the graduates, I wish you all the best. And Commissioner General and your wonderful team of staff, I pray that the Lord strengthens your hand for the good work ahead. Thank you.
I believe our chief guest deserves a better hand clap than that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just rise and give honor where honor is due, and let's appreciate our chief guest, Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Let's do a very warm round of applause for your words of wisdom. Thank you, sir. You may now take your seats. Thank you very much, sir, for your very inspiring words of wisdom. Indeed, we are a very serious organization led by a very serious leadership, and we are very serious students. And thank you, sir, for recognizing that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now that great moment to transition into the conferment of the awards of the certificates and the diplomas. But just before we do that, our chief guest, can we have the administration police lead us in just one nice hot number, just to get us into the mood for about just a few minutes, and then we move on. As they get ready, allow me to just acknowledge the presence of Mr. Roy Mwanthi, who's the national chairman of the Kenya International Freight and Warehousing Association. Great to see you, Mr. Mwanthi, and Madam Catherine Mpaei, who is representing our Commissioner for Investigations and Enforcement. The Administration Police Band, please go ahead. excellent makofi tafadhali. Thank you very much, Chief Inspector Edward Mureithi and the Administration Police Band. Our fellow graduates, I'm not a fellow graduate, our graduates and faculty and our chief guest, it is now my great pleasure to welcome back Dr. Fred Mugambi, who is the head of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, to take over now the formal part, well, the second part of this program, which is the conferment of the 625 graduates to get their certificates and their diplomas. Daktari, karibu sana.
Honorable CS, the chairman of the board, represented by Engineer Leonard Idao, directors of the board, our Commissioner General, we are now, and of course our other invited guests, we are now getting into that very important moment when we are going to recognize our 625 graduates who are graduating today in various diplomas and certificates. Just before we get into that process, I want to mention that we are altering the program a bit in the interest of the CSA's schedule, and therefore we are going to go through the entire list of the graduates, and then we are going to award towards the end. And so, ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite our Deputy Commissioner, Academic Affairs, Dr. Emma Omwenga, to present to us the graduates.
Thank you, Commissioner, and good morning. My name is Emma Omwenga, Deputy Commissioner, Academic Affairs in the Syria School, Kenya School of Revenue Administration. I'm now here to present the graduates, and I start with a citation of the best student, the overall student, to be awarded by the chief guest. Chief guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, Saidi Congo JD of East Africa Customs Freight Forwarders Practicing Certificate, ESC FFPC course, satisfied the school's academic board for the Chief Guest Award for his devotion to academic excellence and positive non-academic activities. Saidi Congo is a graduate from the ESC FFPC program who has exhibited outstanding leadership, selfless service, sterling academic performance, and sterling academic performance. With regards to leadership, Saidi modeled the democratic, participative style of leadership and was instrumental in influencing his fellow students towards positive courses of action in the school. Saidi's virtues of humility and optimism made him exemplary in his willingness to service. The Kenya School of Revenue Administration Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding Mr. JD this accolade of overall student. This award entails a plaque, a certificate, and a scholarship worth Kenya shillings 100,000 to study any course of choice at Kesra within 1 year. I now call upon the chief guest to present the award to Saidi. Well done, Saidi. Chief guest. Thank you.
Sorry for that short interlude that I'm coming in here again to talk. I've just been informed that the CS actually would is requesting to leave in the next few minutes because of another urgent. You know, our CS is anywhere and everywhere. So he has now been asked to go everywhere. And so I want to invite the Commissioner General to just say a word to the CS and also award the CS a small gift so that we can release the CS and then we can continue with the rest of the program.
Thank you very much. Indeed, our CS, as you all know, is very busy, and we are glad to release him. He has already said everything good about us. Everything. So we are glad to release him to go. He has honored us with his presence, and indeed, we remain grateful as Kesra. We will pursue that offer very, very aggressively, like we do pursue taxes. So he cannot run away. He has committed. So we are going to pursue that one. CS, I now want to present our gift to you.
We are going to have one photo session, just one photo. Actually, not one, two photos before the CS leaves. So the person who is organizing us, please do that quickly.
So we will have our chief guest and our Commissioner General. In fact, the entire podium, that's everybody who's seated at the front. If you could kindly just move to the front, and we will have that moment. And then the Kesra board and our commissioners, please be on standby. We'll join our chief guest at the front. Okay. Our commissioners present, kindly make your way to the front. Good to see you, Mr. Paul Matuko, our Commissioner for Legal. Thank you, Dr. Omar. Thank you, Madam Rispa, Madam Nyawanda. I think the photo is done. We can now take the second part of the photo. Dr. Kinu, thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Saidimu. Kindly join them on board. And our commissioner and our Kesra board, I think I see Madam Grace Mauricio and Madam Grace Wandera. Please join us. So this photo is our chief guest and our Kesra board together with our commissioners, joined there by Madam Grace Mauricio and Madam Grace Wandera, who form the Kesra board. Just one more. Let's ensure that everyone is captured by the camera. Can we have the Kesra Senior Management to please quickly make their way to the stage? Kesra Senior Management, if you're here. Sorry. Kesra Senior Management, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Kesra Senior Management, come to the front a little bit so that we can all fit into the picture. Okay. This is now the photo with the Kesra senior management. I see our camera team. All right, thank you very much. I think that photo is taken. Our chief guest, if I would kindly just request you, this is a very special moment for all of us. So all of us want to be in your picture. So our camera crew will get onto the stage, and then, as our CG is explaining, we're going to take a full house photo with our camera crew on stage. And everybody please take to your stand. Excellent. We will try and capture as many people as is possible in this particular photo. So camera crew, please take that photo. So this is for everybody. If we could dim the lights, the floodlights kindly. All right. We're trying to take a full house photo, panning through the entire room. If we can take a panorama, that would be great. And I think may I kindly implore that we move a little bit on this side so that this side also takes on this side, our chief guest, we've got our faculty, we've got our distinguished guests. Thank you so much. Can we have the floodlight switched off, please? Excellent. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, our camera crew. We appreciate you. Thank you, our chief guest. Thank you so much, Daktari. Thank you, our CARE board, our CARE leadership. Thank you. You may now take your seats. Let's give a warm round of applause for our chief guest as he walks out. Indeed, it's an honor for him to have joined us today. Thank you very much, our administration police band. Fantastic. You may now take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to bring back on stage our Deputy Commissioner, Academic Affairs, Dr. Emma Omwanga, to now do what she does best and confer those degrees and diplomas to our graduates today. Daktari, karibu.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Wagini. So we proceed with the award for the first 3 best students. The first award was for the chief guest. Now we move to the Commissioner General's award. Because I see the Commissioner General is not there, we'll go to the award of the Commissioner. And I read the citation. Chief guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, with Sister Eric Ganira of Diploma in Tax Administration course satisfied the school's academic board for the Commissioner Kesra's award for his excellence in achievement and his consistency in representing Kesra as an ambassador in the society, where Sister Eric Ganira is a Diploma in Tax Administration graduate who has demonstrated excellence in his academic pursuits and in visible leadership among all his peers. Specifically, when the country was faced with the COVID pandemic as a challenge, Eric challenged transitioning for all students to the virtual normal learning, which was away from the norm. This ensured 100% migration and compliance of all the students to the virtual learning system, thus continuity of learning for the school. The Kesra Academic Board therefore takes great pride in awarding Mr. Ganira this accolade. This award is worth a plaque, a certificate, a scholarship, and a scholarship which is worth Kenya shillings 50,000 to study a course of his choice at the Kenya School of Revenue Administration. I now call upon the Commissioner Kesra to present the award to Mr. Ganira. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Commissioner General's Award. Chief guests, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, Kamenchu Brenda Karuithi, graduate of Diploma in Customs Administration course, satisfied the school academic board for the Commissioner General's Award. This is because of her overall academic achievement in the year she's graduating. Kamenchu Brenda Karuithi attained the highest grade in the academic year and demonstrated academic excellence. The Kesra Academic Board therefore takes great pride in awarding Ms. Kamenchu this accolade. This award is a scholarship worth Kenya shillings 70,000 to study a course of her choice in Kesra. I now call upon the Commissioner General to present the award to Ms. Commissioner General. Thank you. And now we move to the presentation for the best student in each of the programs. We have got 4 programs: certificate in tax and customs, certificate and diploma in tax and customs. In each program, we had the best student in academics. The first award is to be given by the Commissioner of Domestic Taxes, where the citation chief guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Board of Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, Kiremu Grace Wanja satisfied the school's academic board for the award of Best Student in Certificate in Tax Administration. Grace demonstrated academic excellence and emerged top student in Certificate in Tax Administration. The Kesra Academic Board, therefore, takes great pride in awarding Ms. Kiremu this accolade. This award is worth a plaque. The Commissioner of Domestic Taxes is supposed to give this award, but Grace is not in, and therefore I'll ask Geoffrey to receive the award on behalf of Grace. So therefore, I call upon Commissioner of Domestic Taxes to come and present the award to Grace. The man standing there is not called Grace, he's called Geoffrey. He's just speaking it on behalf of Grace because she's absent. Thank you. Now we go to the award to be given by Commissioner Customs and Border Control, Chief Guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Board of Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, Caroline Siokao Wambua certified the school's academic board for the award of Best Student in Certificate in Customs Administration. Caroline demonstrated academic excellence and emerged top student in Certificate in Customs Administration. The Kesra Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding Ms. Wambua this accolade. This award is worth a plaque. I now call upon Commissioner Customs and Border Control to come and give the award to Ms. Carol. Thank you. Another award for Commissioner of Customs and Border Control, Chief Guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Board of Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, Said Congo JD certified the school's academic board for the award of Best Student in East Africa, Customs, Freight Forwarders and Practicing Certificate, EAC FFPC. JED Congo demonstrated excellence and emerged as the top student in East Africa Customs Freight Forwarders Practicing Certificate, EAC FFPC program. The Kesra Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding Mr. Said this accolade. This award is worth a plaque. I now call upon Commissioner Customs and Border Control to come and award Said for the second time. Thank you. Now we move to the Diploma Best Award students. We had 3 diplomas. We had in tax, customs, and border control. Chief Guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Board of Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, with Sister Eric Ganiga certified the school's academic board for the award of Best Student in Diploma in Tax Administration. Mr. Ganira demonstrated academic excellence and emerged as the top student in Diploma in Tax Administration. The Kesra Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding Mr. Ganira this award. This award is worth a plaque. I now call upon Commissioner Domestic Taxes to come and give the award. Thank you. The last award is for Diploma in Customs Administration. And I read, Chief Guest, Chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority Board, Board of Directors, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, Brenda Kamenchu certified the school's academic board for the award of Best Student in Diploma in Customs Administration. Brenda demonstrated academic excellence and emerged as the top student. The Kesra Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding Ms. Kamenchu this accolade. The award is worth a plaque. I now call upon the Commissioner, Customs and Border Control, to present the award. Thank you. A now presentation of the 625 graduates from the Kenya School of Revenue Administration by the various heads of programs. And I will begin by calling the head of tax training to come and present. I read the citation for the tax training, the unit, chief guest, board members, commissioner general, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents, ladies and gentlemen. During the academic year 2020-2021, 27 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of certificate in tax administration. I now call upon the head tax training, Emma Kidinji, to present the graduates to us. Emma?
Distinction: Ambale Prudence Kanaya, Kiremu Grace Wanja, Ndegwa Frederick Munene, Shikuku Grace Nasiche. Credit: Denise, Edin, Kalegi, Koech, Langat, Mulei, Ndegwa, Denga, Ngari, Ngatia, Ngetich, Nya, Nyagodhi, Ruto, Said, Shinali, Simiu, Wangoi, Ayuma, Kimani, Mwendia, Dimba, Nguge. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the certificate.
I now call the head of customs training, as I read the citation, to come forward. Chief guest, board members, commissioner general, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents, ladies and gentlemen. During the academic year 2020-2021, 7 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of certificates in customs administration. I now call upon the head of customs training to present the graduates.
Distinction: Omeno Arnold. Credit: Kirui, Mwai, Mwiti, Wambua, Mwangi, and Sgei. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the certificate.
Thank you. I now, again, I'll ask the Associate Head of Customs Training, Faith, to come forward. I now present the graduates for the East African Freight Forwarders Practicing Certificate. This is a program with the longest abbreviation, EACFFPC. Chief guests, board members, commissioner general, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents, ladies and gentlemen. During the academic year 2020-2021, 211 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of East African Freight Forwarders Practicing Certificate. I now call upon the Associate Head Customs Training, Faith Madenge, to present to us the graduates. Faith.
Distinction: Adala Simon Odhiambo, Billy Owira Guri, Frederick Wawala, Gashi Melissa Wanjiro, Ireri Kelvin Morimi, Kinyanji Alexander Kabiro, Kinywa John Morimi, Brenda, Maina David Njoroge, Maina Morris Mwangi, Maina Simon, Macau Sylvester Kivuva, Maluki Skolstika Siombua, Marybeth Owoth Onyango, Mathia Brian Kamau, Mbatia Cecilia Moikali, Mboro Mary Wamboi, Muitani Shafi, Mukabwa Philip Imbenzi, Mokunyu John Lilian, Musyoki Lucy Ntuka, Motinda Michael Mwenda, Mwangi Ruth Caroline Wangeshi, Mwangi Thomas Mbogo, Ndathiru Najash Mohammed, Ngaroya Margaret Wamboi, Ngolo Mahoza Siva, Ngumo Benson Mwangi, Njeri Judy Wamboi, Nyagaka Diana Kemuma, Nyamulu Fena Akoth, Nzioka Susan Munyiva, Okal Evans Felix, Okech Edward Moholi, Oludo A. Dennis, Oso Wycliffe Ediwar, Ouko Gerald, Owino Damaris Akumu, Rido Christopher Kaburu, Rugu Solomon Gitogo, Solanki Amit Chandulal, Solanki Priyesh Pankaj, Tabu Veronica Muse, Wakungu Masi Nanjala, Waweru Sylvia Wanjiko, Mutunga Stella Mbinya. Credit: Kabue, Kamau, Nganga, Seguye, Abdisirat, Abdukusi, Abulwa, Adino, Amuhaya, Avoga, Bora, Bugutsa, Jebiwot, Jerotich, Chigiri, Chirchir, Chivila, Clementina, Yunyasat, Ofondo, Gashiri, Gashushu, Gadoga, Geshibi, Gishovu, Gitau Daniel, Gitau Michael, Hassan, Hilo, Hussein, Iluve, Irungu, Ithenya, Gemeli, Jepchichir, Maureen, Jepchirchir, Winnie, Kakai, Kaleli, Kamande, Kamanja, Kamau, Karanja Cecilia, Karanja Maureen, Karaoke Alfred, Karaoke Purity, Kasim, Kata, Katei, Kathenya, Kavochi, Kerito, Kesa, Kainga, Katibu, Kiboi, Kigodho, Kimeu, Kimuhu, Kimtai, Kipchumba, Kiplagat, Kiprop, Kipsam, Kirombo, Kisau, Kisengeu, Kitsao, Koech, Koga, Maganjo, Maina, Maithia, Maio, Maritim, Mbaru Habel, Mbaru Rosina, Mbugwa, Mdawida, Mgana, Migulo, Miriti, Mithika, Mjambili, Mosioma, Muendo, Mohindi, Muingi, Mokuha, Molama, Mongedha, Mosili, Mosioka, Mosioki Emmanuel, Mosioki Robert, Motai, Mutambuki, Motangili, Motinda, Motisia Helene, Motisia J, Motua, Mwadime, Mwaisaka, Mwameso, Mwange, Mwangi, Mwaora, Nadida, Nandi, na Wanjaya, Nderu, Ndeti, Ngao, Ngui, Njambi, Njau, Njoroge Jacinta, Njoroge Rose, Ntere, Ntiari, Nyaga, Nyakundi, Nyambane, Nigel, Nyongesa, Nzioki, Ochanda, Ochieng, Okayo, Okeo, Okinda, Okoth, Okwata, Olo, Omare, Omaya, Oding, Omale, Odengo, Ongicha, Onyango, Orwa, Otieno Lensa, Otieno Michael, Otieno Valentine, Ouma Arnold, Ouma Susan, Owiso, Owor, Rawlings, Shichenga, Simwagi, Usio, Odhiambo, Wairimo, Wamboi, Wandera, Wang, Wanyonyi, Wasonga, Waweru, Obondo. Pass. Saka, Chepkoech. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the certificate.
Thank you. We had one graduate for the technical training certificate in tax administration, and I will call the associate head of tax training, Edmond Katana, to come and present the graduate. I will read the citation as Katana comes forward. Chief guest, board members, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents. Ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, one graduate satisfied the school academic board for the award of technical certificate in tax administration. And I'll call upon the associate head of tax training, Edmond Katana, to present the graduates.
Credit, Saita.
The certificate in tax training. Once again, I'll ask Mr. Katana to make a presentation of the certificate in customs training. We have 3 graduates. You can go ahead, Mr. Katana.
Distinction, Cheburet Phyllis Jemuge. Credit, Kariuki Waikinda. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the certificate.
Thank you. We now move to the diploma graduates, the presentation by the head of Department of Customs. And I'll read as Mr. John Kamila comes forward. Chief guest, board members, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents. Ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, 221 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of diploma in tax administration. I now call upon head tax training, Sorry, the person standing there is not the head tax. I call Emma Kithinji to come and read the graduates. The 221 graduates in diploma are from tax. So the head is Emma Kithinji. She reads the graduates.
Distinction: Ganira Eric Witita, Minor Dennis Kamau, Mbogwa Wangeshi Margaret, Babie Susan Bukira, Nzioki Victor Mumo, Aduke Don Ngutu, Mulako Malin, Wamukoya Samuel, Gakure Christine Nyambura. Credits: Abduba Agigu, Alalia Amakalu Asiavuka Bakasa, Barasa Barisa Benson, Bor Bundi Bonamku Seka, Cheboy Chege, Chelangat Judith, Chelangat Gertrude, Chelimo, Chemutai Masi, Chemutai Valerie, Chepchumba, Chepkemboy, Chepkemoy, Chepkirui, Chepkoech Abigail, Chepkoech Betty, Chepkoech Diana, Chepkoech Masi, Chepkurui, Conrad, Danda, Danga, David, Echoto Erika, Echoto Miss Chuck, Ejoy, Feven, Gatimu, Gifton, Gitau Ann, Gitau Margaret, Githaiga, Golo, Gor, Irongo, Itumo, Jabea, Jebungei, Jelangat, Jebchirchir, Jebngetich, Kabochi, Kaigera, Kaimenyi, Kamau, Kanale, Karanja, Karisa, Karaoke, Kibara, Kigen, Kilong, Kilonzo, Kimani, Kimokei, Kimutai, Kingeru Elizabeth, Kingeru Joseph, Kinuthia, Kiplangat, Kipleting Daniel, Kipleting Shadrach, Kiprono, Kiprotich, Kirui Aaron, Kirui Kelvin, Kombo, Komen Jeruto, Komen Jerono, Korir, Koros, Kuria, Kwatemba, Chalo, Langat, Leduma, Lekarayo, Lesekiel, Lewa, Lihanda, Lubalu, Lubanga, Luvale, Machogu, Magak, Maina Andlin, Maina Daniel, Maina Sylvia, Mainge, Malata, Marita, Masinde, Maumba, Mauti, Mbabu, Baruku, Mbiga, Mbogo, Mboho, Mburu, Mchili, Mengere, Migiro, Minayo, Mkacharo, Mbone, Mgumi, Mnyika, Mungare, Mushangi, Mugao, Muhandachi, Mulo, Munyao, Munyere, Munyuni, Murage, Muremi, Muriuki Masters, Muriuki Melisha, Musao, Muthe, Muthoki, Mwai, Mwakai, Mwalao, Mwangi Grace, Mwangi Purity, Mwanyika, Mwaro, Mwilaria, Ndata, Ndolo Malon, Ndolo Winfred, Nganga, Ngatia, Ngede, Ngoge, Njenga, Njoroge Dolly, Njoroge George, Njoroge Maureen, Juguna, Nyabuto Brian, Nyabuto Catherine, Nyamai, Nyangao, Nzai, Nzioka Obura, Ochieng Amondi, Ochieng Ronald, Odembo Othiambo, Christine Othiambo Rogers, Okelo Charles, Okelo Samuel, Omariba, Omondi Rowell, Omondi Wellington, Omoro, Onderi, Ondieki, Ongonga, Otieno Aida, Otieno Sheila, Ouma Consolata, Ouma Peter, Owano, Owino, Obworth, Paul, Rakwach, Rono Ronald, Rono Naomi, Rotich, Rugut, Said, Sang, Saia, Silali, Simiu, Sirikwa, Talam, Thuo Faith, Thuo Samuel, Tibet, Urandu, Wachie Michael, Washira Caroline, Washira Flavia, Wahome, Waithera, Wambogo, Wamoyo, Wamwatila, Wandeto, Waswa, Waweru. Pass. Mwakoba Ochieng. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the diploma.
Thank you. Thank you, Emma. We now move to the diploma awardees, who are 146. And I call upon John Camila. This time it's John Camila. John Camila to present the awardees, and I read the citation. Chief guest, board members, Commissioner General, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, 146 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of diploma in customs administration. I now call upon the head of customs training to present the graduates.
Distinction: Irungu Sophia Gadoni, Amenju Brenda Kairuthi, Kariuki Charity Mtoni, Kioni Jen Wangui, Masharia David John, Moi Nicholas Otieno, Muinde Benson Mdina, Sikuku Berine Ouru, Ya Manase Tsuma. Credit: Abdallah, Abdikadir, Adano, Aduda, Alo, Alwi, Amombo, Anastasia, Aremo, Auma, Ayeko, Barachok, Betty Dennis, Betty Kiblagat, Bitok, Chelagat, Chemjor, Chepkrui, Chepkorir, Chepngetich, Cheriot, Gadhika, Gatumu, Gisemba, Gidinji, Halima, Hamisi, Jacob, Juma, Kabacho, Kaimenyi, Kamadho, Kamau, Kamodo, Karanja, Ruth, Karanja Teddy, Katana, Kavin, Kalengoi, Kezia, Kibathi, Kilemba, Kingori, Kioko, Kipkoech, Kiprono, Kirimi, Kidinji, Kiai, Knight, Kodes, Wambata, Maina, Manzi, Mboya, Micheni, Mogusu, Mongare, Mosando, Mchemi, Muema Austin, Muema Brenda, Muhia, Mukumbu, Mungai, Muriungi, Mutai Dan, Mutai Laban, Mutai Larry Davis, Mudhoka, Mudhuri, Mutie, Mutisia, Mwambegu, Mwangi David, Mwangi Macharia, Mwangi Rosemary, Mwashaga, Mwaura, Mwelu, Mwiti, Nalianya, Ndewa Aaron, Ndewa Meshak, Ndirangu, Duda, Dungu, Ngugi, Njangi, Njau, Njuguna, Njuki, Nyamburi, Nyongesa, Obara, Ochanda, Ochido, Odhiambo Agnes, Odhiambo Philip, Odhiambo Yvonne, Odingo, Oduor, Ojuang, Okinyi, Olendo, Oloo, Omeno, Omudho, Omiyanje, Omware, Ongachi, Otieno Charles, Otieno Cindy, Ototi, Ouma Maria, Ouma Silvia, Owino, Awor, Rwea, Salima, Sigei, Soita, Tipango, Wafula Erastus, Wafula Ferdinand, Wambui, Wangari, Wanjiru, Were, Ichara, Maina, Liki, Pass, Nekesa, Lolingojine, Sakasia, and Kimeu. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the diploma.
What list? John, please. No, we'll have the head of, the associate head customs coming to present the 9 graduates. We have the last and not least, 9 graduates from Diploma Border Control. And I read the citation: chief guest, board members, commissioner general, invited guests, faculty, staff, parents. Ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2020-2021, 9 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of Diploma in Border Control. Please note this one doesn't have the word customs, although they are customs officers. These are Commissioner Lillian staff. I now call upon the Associate Head of Customs Training, Faith Madenge, to read the graduates. Faith.
Distinction: Medha Fights, Credit, Chepkemoi, Motuka, Kiprono, Kimondio, Yusuf, Njeru, Mwangi, Morumbwa. Please remain upstanding as you await the award of the diploma.
Upon the certification of the Kesra Academic Board and by the powers conferred on me by the Kenya Revenue Authority Act during this 18th congregation of the award for certificates and diplomas, I do hereby award you the certificates and diplomas for which you have been trained, evaluated, and certified. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
As Wageni takes over, I just want to say that is the end of our graduates. We had a total of 625 graduates. A handful came to represent. Because of the COVID protocols, we could not have everyone. Congratulations. And thank you to all the parents and guardians who supported these students to go through this academic journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Daktari. I think this is a good day, man. I think the band can give us 30 seconds, something nice and hot, and we can all rise and just appreciate our graduates, right? Yes, now they're graduates. This is a great day for them. Let's make them feel happy about today. Our AP band, led by Chief Inspector Morethi, please give us a nice hot one. If you're watching us online, I think the camera is somewhere. Please enjoy this pambio. Hiya, let's go. Asante sana. Asante sana. Excellent. And congratulations to the class of 2021. We are proud of you. Go and do that which we are all expecting you to do. You may now please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to call upon our Commissioner General. He has a word to give us before we come to an end of our program. Mr. Commissioner General. Mr. Maruti.
Thank you very much. Indeed, we are honored to have all of you here. Thank you for granting us your time. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. Many years ago, I also sat where our graduates, now they are graduates, our graduates are sitting. Indeed, I am honored today to have the Vice Chancellor of the institution where I trained. And I'm not going to allow him to just leave without greeting this congregation, because that institution laid the foundation of who I am today. So I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor of Kenyatta University to come here and greet this congregation.
Thank you very much, Commissioner General, for this privilege to address the congregation and all the students. And I want to say that I think we are very, very proud as an institution for producing you. Bwana Matiang'i has said all the good things, and I also want to say all the good things. And thank you very much, the graduates. I hope after this you'll be able to do all the good things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor. Indeed. Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence. Ladies and gentlemen and graduates, we have now come to the tail end of our program. Allow me to now call on stage Madam Joanne Oruko to give us a closing prayer, after which we shall remain standing for the national anthem and the dissolution of this 18th congregation by our commissioner head, Dr. Fred Mugambi. Joanne, please let us take our stand.
We give you honor, Jehovah. Thank you, Jehovah Father, for this time that you gave us, O King of Glory. Thank you, Jehovah God, for this time that you're ending this session, O my Redeemer. We just want to say you are Ebenezer, O King of Glory, for you enabled us to come this far, O God, and you've made us to be a success this morning, O my Father. Jesus Christ, as we're going to disperse, O God, how we pray that you disperse us with your blessings, O my Father. We pray that you minister to us, O King of Glory, wherever we go. Jehovah Father, as we use vehicles on our foot, O King of Glory, Jehovah, you're going to grant us journey mercies. Watch over us, O God, and bless us as KRA. Watch over us and bless us as Kesra, O King of Glory, that we shall continue to do exploits before thee, O God. We cover our lives with the blood of Jesus. We cover even the food that we shall eat with the precious blood of Jesus. We pray that you be with us, O God. Minister to us in wherever we do and whatever we touch to do, O God. We thank you and we bless you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
The national anthem. Dr. Mugambi, kindly dissolve the congregation.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I dissolve the congregation, I want to pass our very, very heartfelt appreciation to the board, today led by Engineer Leonard Idao. I want to really appreciate our boss, the Commissioner General, for the great support that he continues to give us, my colleague commissioners, all our senior staff, all the staff in KRA, and very importantly, I really want to appreciate the team that I work with, which is the Kesra team, both faculty and non-faculty staff, for the great job that they continue to do. May I request that we give especially the faculty who have made this day a success, a clap. And now, ladies and gentlemen, by the powers vested in me as the Commissioner of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration by the Kenya Revenue Authority, I hereby declare the 18th congregation for the award of certificates and diplomas officially dissolved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mugambi. We are now free to leave. We shall request that we will leave in this particular order. Our Commissioner General and our KRA board shall exit through the central aisle, and then our guests present here are going to follow them behind. They're going to have their area of rest as directed by our usher. And then we shall have some lunch packs for you made to understand they're available at the foyer outside here. So our Commissioner General, Director Idao, as our AP band plays, followed by our commissioners, our guests, ushered to your area of recreation. Thank you very much for joining us today. Please take our greetings to your family and your friends. We appreciate you. immediately after they exit. We are now free to exit using the side aisles. All right. I'm ably informed that we need to take a photo with